Any day, sipping Hennessy. All of my peeps got heavy chains. Who name bell ring? What? Who name bell ring? Like, 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 like. Who name bell ring? Who name bell ring? Look, try to make some money, some enemies coming with that. Niggas want troll as a trophy, they get a mention. A lot of my haters is mad, but I forgive them. Cause every bad bitch in the city's out of the mission. Nah, fuck your initials. Every bad bitch where you live's had an ambition.
Talk your fucking shit,
Said I
sir.
been had it. She said I been broken.
How I do it? How you doing?
Now I'm on the scene.
This shit is so good.
First magazine, I was in Supreme.
I was
in the bleachers. Talking about sneakers.
Let me gather myself real quick. Let me.
I'ma always be good.
All right. I can't. Yeah, I took my money, man. I ain't got the album, man. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good morrow, good supper time, good fucking good day, good whenever, man. If you, I don't know, man, you have to be living under a rock. You can't be here and not know the like Wally album drop, Falarin drop. It's just it's fucking masterful work, guys. It is. It just does good things, man. It makes me feel good in my heart. Just good. It's just, you know what? It's good quality A1. It's good Virgo energy, man. We just good on us, I know it's other people's seasons. Okay, it's Libra season, Libra season, Scorpio season, shout out to y'all, whatever. But fuck, man. If you haven't heard, I don't even know what you're doing. Come on, man. This is a good quality hip hop space. We enjoy good fucking music here. And it's just y'all let me give a Wale his flowers for like years now. And it's just unnecessary at this point. Like it's like if you're not into it, like you just like it's extreme hater energy. And then it would just now need to have a discussion as to why that is. Like what was done to you? What did he do to you? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you, I don't know, suck at shoes. That's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? Just happens. Anyways, how you doing? How you feeling? If you're in the chat, if you're not in the chat, if you listen later, you are appreciated. DC's on the way. Fucking per the usual rant, man. It is just go home. There's nothing out here. I know like the beach is not that interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like you all aren't doing. I just always be wondering like where y'all going? Cause nobody just motherfuckers just be driving, and you're not. I know I'm here to do a service. We are providing entertainment and news to the community. Fuck is y'all doing? Y'all just out here looking like yourselves. Oh, look at Zay, fucking the most faithful of faithfuls. Hi, she's in the chat where the rest of you niggas should be. Because y'all ain't doing shit. Oh, take that back. I take that back. You know who is doing shit? Giants ain't doing shit. They doing like gianty shit. I think at this very moment. If not at this very moment, they were doing some shit. So if they're busy now, good on them. The rest of you niggas suck though. But yeah. I don't know where I'm headed with that, except for just the Wale thing. That's where I started out with. Because there's other stuff that we're gonna like slide into. But for now I'm just gonna spit. Oh, sidebar. So I was looking at songs to like start the show with, right? And as I was looking, I saw I'm losing my thing. It's not a meme. I saw a GIF. It was a GIF of LL Cool J from like, when this fucking song come out. Let's say like, 90s, early 2000s, whatever. Everybody know lounging. Everybody knows like, is it playing? Oh wait. All right.
Turn around.
Wrong song. Oh, it's still playing in the background. I know how to radio. All right. So everybody loves this song, right? the shit that we just like kind of let ride because songs were so fucking fire. Like, do we ever take like if you look at this, right? Like I'm rolling this back and in the fucking middle of it, it gets hot in New York, right? Dog, in the middle of the summer in New York on the fucking street. Do you know? And everybody, you know how horny a nigga got to be to pour chocolate syrup on the motherfucker in the middle of the fucking heat. My nigga said, and she just sat there. Like, if we just take this video for face value, like this is happening in the world. Like y'all did, like them niggas said, "Fuck going home." Like chocolate hot ass syrup in the middle of a fucking summer day, and there's just because in my mind, you got the fucking right there. You don't just put chocolate syrup and then call it a day and just call somebody and dip. Like it's cracking right here in the middle of on the boulevard, and just nobody got arrested. So I don't know, man. Shout out, like I just really, we just, I don't think we keep in mind, like niggas was wild, and he's a police officer on TV now. So black man in the fucking, look at that, making they work today. That was really long. So I'm already on some bullshit. So you just have to take the ride. So, so I'm just sitting here talking. So we all as a community, right? Let lounging happen, and lounging was good. It was a good, great song. Fucking a lot of cool shit going on. But like in the middle of the Bronx, is I like saying Bronx. No, we're in Queens. We're in the middle of Queens. He's from Queens. Represent Queens. She was right. So we're in Queens. He's in the middle of Queens, middle of the summer. It's fucking 98 degrees in New York, and just got shutty on the car and just has chocolate syrup on deck. Just it's just ready to go, and leave the payphone. This show, I take that back. He was on. Okay, he's on the payphone. So did he call her up? Did she pull up by herself to just get chocolate syrup poured on her in the middle of the day? Because in my mind, you have to fuck right there. You don't just put chocolate and get back in the car and go to a destination. This is now. You have to be horny as a motherfucker in the middle of the day to right now. We're just like doing it.
One who drove.
I felt like she drove because there was no car. Like he was just at the fucking,
He
pull
was
up.
at the payphone.
He's like, I'm out here just on the block. Like,
so what type of dick do you have to be throwing to where you at a payphone
yo,
and she show up when you ain't got no car just to get chocolate syrup poured on her in broad daylight?
That might have been homosexual dick. Like that was no job dick. Like that was like, yo, I like what you doing? Like pull up right, and she pulled up right then immediately.
Right. I mean, no, give or take however long it took her to get there.
But she got in the car right then. Like he called on the payphone, and
she got
was
out and just went straight to the hood. Like going straight to sitting on the hood. And you gonna do whatever you gonna do. And
what does chocolate syrup do to paint? Yo, this is really a wild scene. Like if we,
I think the chocolate syrup might be all right. I think we might be all right with the chocolate syrup. It's not an egg or something. It's not like Brian Pumper status out here smashed.
And then what about her just in general? Like if we take that scene just now, we're taking it out of real life. Like when they yelled cut, like I wonder what she like. She thought like that was like her. She thought that was like she was on. I'm in the LL Cool J. I'm the chocolate syrup bitch, and it's gonna be.
I mean,
that it was gonna be her time.
LL, like
no, I support it. I'm just like, man, that shit. Like, I just feel like, man, because in my mind, the chocolate syrup girl, I felt like she should have. She was. How do I say this? She was like the NFL, like, but before like the 70s and you got real stardom, like we'd be like, it was 1945 and it was Big John Bigelow and he was knocking niggas out, but nobody gives a fuck about like Big John Bigelow because he came in a time frame before they were like celebrities, but he was working like super hard. They didn't have no teeth. That was the don't have no teeth move. Like she worked really hard. She, you know what? She walked so like fucking what's her name? So like Kai Toy and them could run.
I say Kitoy.
Yeah.
Well,
she walked so maybe, Alyssa Ford could run, nigga. Like,
hey, because I mean, if we think about the overall goal, so to speak, when it comes to that space of Miss Steffens, she was doing stuff at that time too. Supposedly, even with said individual.
Is she the GOAT?
I mean, when it comes to being the the video chick, I'm serving it up to get my lifestyle taken care of and so on and so forth. Like she kind of maximized the blueprint of what a lot of social media video chicks try to follow.
See, I was gonna give it to Melissa Ford, not Alyssa
Melissa Ford, I'd say, as far as business is concerned, and being like the main chick in the video more times than not, being sought after as a commodity, like most paid actress, so to speak.
Yep.
Melissa Ford, yes, I'll give it to her in that regard at that time. But if we're talking about like securing the bag type lifestyle when it comes to being in entertainment, I'd say super hit.
That's another question.
Like,
did she secure the bag or did she just suck the dicks?
I mean, based on what I can recall from the books, because I ain't read it.
Oh, I didn't read none of that shit.
I read it back like early college when it first came out. This is what 10
I know. I watched the films and I was like, she earned her name.
Well, yeah,
I watched those.
I watched the films for sure. I think I still have them on some external hard drive in my house right now somewhere.
I got them on the tubes.
They're easy to find now.
That motherfucking hub.
We had to work for them back then, so it was a little different. But based on the book, like she had people taking care of her. Like she wasn't asking, like they willingly wanted to take care of her. Like they were trying to do the best to help her out. Now it's an agenda. This is, you got to remember, she was doing it during a time period where he was looked at as being disrespected as a stripper or whatever. Like, well, you just that stripper bitch. Like, you nobody. Like, now it's empowering.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it was like, we throwing nickels at the stage, so to speak. Like, yeah, you ain't nobody. You just a little stripper joint. And she was still getting taken care of nicely. So you think today it's the norm. She sucked so that they could secure the bag.
Indeed.
Today, because you look at, say, Renner, she following the same blueprint. She's just dastardly with it.
Indeed. I'm really just now, I just needed that to happen because I don't know if you've seen this, but I needed the raw, pure. Yes. Please tell me you haven't read this.
I haven't.
Yes.
Please.
Oh yeah. Yes. This is pure, nigga. This is yes. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. This is now look that we on Yahoo News. This is not no shit now.
Go ahead.
Halloween's bone-chilling villain, Michael Myers, is homophobic in the new film. That is it. We are canceling Michael Myers, everybody. We got to shut it down. Michael Myers is trash. All right. It says here, at one point in Halloween Kills, Michael Myers returns to his childhood home and finds an unsuspecting gay couple living there. The men, who are named Big John and Little John, okay, realize someone is in their home and search for the intruder, but instead of making it out alive, they were murdered by Myers. And the scene stirred up a discussion on Twitter with some people labeling Michael Myers homophobic.
Some people
for killing the couple.
Or a specific group of people.
So Michael Myers and the murderer who murders. He's been murdering. Michael Myers been trying to kill.
Michael Myers has been killing everybody he lays eyes on since before we were born.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I spare these two niggas?
Man's been trying to kill Jamie Lee Curtis
forever and has not succeeded.
So do they don't care about women because
he's a misogynist as well, right?
This is not now. Here's my shit.
And he's white, so he participates in like
Michael Myers killed Joe Grizzly in that fucking bathroom, and he didn't even give him the fucking audacity to suit up. He didn't even stab him. He just beat Joe Grizzly to death on the shitter. The man that just got off his, and you didn't see me in the NAACP making no motherfucking noise. We kept it player. That shit wild. Like I don't like. Yeah, they okay. Michael Myers is not a real thing. They can cancel your imagination. Yo, they can shut down your fucking dreams.
They've been trying to do that.
They
That's
just,
surprising.
yo,
The part that is perturbing and it's disturbing and it's frustrating. But even with that, if we want to just go dive into this rabbit hole, the last 2 or 3 movies he's escaped from mental health institutions, correct?
yeah.
So that's just utter disrespect to our people. Should we be mad as mental health professionals at the fact that we're not
Man,
good
he
enough to
killed.
do our job because we can't keep this person that's put in our
I was hurt
facilities
when he
locked
killed
up?
Danny Trejo. Man, Mikey, like,
I gotta. You can find something to be disrespected by if
that's
you really
wild.
looking at.
I'm hoping it's trolls. Like we didn't look, man. We just pulled this shit up and I have to. I don't
It's
have
clickbait.
to, but
I'm going to lean on the side of clickbait. Somebody had a deadline to submit some sort of article for the week, and they was bullshitting, and they happened to see the movie and was like, I could turn this into something, and it's gonna get a lot of clicks, even though it's based in absolute bullshit. So somebody was just dogging it on their job and threw this out there. That's what I'm gonna lean on, because leaning on that somebody actually has this as an idea is just
yo, Pinhead literally skins people on the regular. I remember that like when they put fucking Jason in space and he bagged them 2 bitches up in the fucking and he just beat them to death with each other. Like, you know how violent you got to be to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
in space.
Like, even the last Rob Zombie one, if we just can keep it Michael Myers, like when he goes upstairs and he got the hoodie on and he just there's no music. He just beats the shit out this girl through the house. Like, that shit is a like 5-minute, really visceral scene. It ain't no music. It's
No.
just breathing and screaming and nobody.
And he does this multiple times. He had one, well, I forgot who he's killing, but stomping on their head, squashing this shit, like just violent God of War style ass whoopings just because I'm trying to kill my sister, just because she's here, she's Z, I'm at A, and whoever's in between, I'm killing them just because, I'm doing this straight line deal and you just happen to be here. I'm looking for this person. You have to die.
Like
I don't, how do you turn that into something?
I feel like, how do I say this? I feel like, because it's not to try to even just, some things are offensive. Not even fucking, not fuck the air quotes. Some things are offensive, and some things are, I don't know, like violence is violence, and this is causing pain, and this is whatever. Like, somewhere in real life, there's like somebody getting still punched in the face while they walk down the hall for being gay. There's somebody getting, really fearing for their life in like some fucked up town. And it's like, I don't know, man. Is it like, do people I don't know. I feel like you just kind of are fucking up the ecosystem. This is not a problem. Like, there are people having real problems, real suffering. All you had to do is go, I don't want to watch the movie. Even if this is, hopefully it's bullshit, but it's like, a nigga is murdering a town, nigga. Like, okay, on the regular, they killed
town for the last 40 years.
They killed okay, and I would say just in our like recent like adulthood, it started being focused on them killing adults. Because in as far as the movies go, they kill teenagers. They be killing kids. These niggas been killing kids for fucking 40 years. And today's like, hey, you can kill them, but you can't kill people who like to fuck the each other. Like, hetero death, man.
I can't even, as much as I want to believe that it's bullshit, I can't even get 100% wrapped in the idea that it's bullshit, because Twitter's getting upset about it. That means there's thousands of people that actually believe that this is a logical thing. Like, that's right. That's just why do the black person has always died, and we ain't said a lick of nothing. We make jokes about it. We get on stage, we laugh, we yuck it up. It's fucked up. We're typecast, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But we turn it into humorous things and we let it go. But y'all,
I know this goes back into like a Dave thing, because even part of his shit was like when he was talking about like the racism even within said community and just period, where it's like, hey, bounce between like the gay and the white thing. I feel like certain people in these communities are like, actually not even that, just in general, where it's like, There's like the joke of like the horned rim girl on Twitter with like the fucking little bob cut, but it's like it'd be just like making anything sufferable. Like suffering is damn near like a popularity contest now. So it's
Yes.
like I'm gonna make anything an issue. And to me, that's got to be some form. Like somebody can eloquently put that together as being like some like Super Saiyan God level white privilege. Cause it's like you don't have no problems. Like not to minimize anybody's issue. You have there's there's this issue, and then there's like lose your life issue. There's people who can't have access to resources. There's fucking, like you said, just putting all there's food deserts. There's problems, and then there's, hey man, if you have a good talk and like organize your life, you can kind of get past it. Like if your problem is solved and you like not watching us, like there's things on Netflix I'm sure would offend me and on any of these streaming platforms. If your problem is solved by just not watching the fucking footage, as opposed to this person is like life is threatened.
Right.
I feel like it's a bit irresponsible to like talk about certain things without the context that like your life is not in jeopardy doing this, or your livelihood, or your this, that, and the third. This person in your community, life is threatened in this situation. Let's push that one first. Like I just feel like let's organize these. This goes to the top of the pile. Then we can flesh out you not liking a tweet later on.
Not even that. But if you boil it down to, we're talking about perspectives. We're not talking about the actual people. So assuming these two men that are playing the role hired to play this role in the movie, assuming they are members of the LGBTQ community in real life. So we are gay men, whatever men we identify as in this movie. That's representation for our community. One, that's stability for me as a person because I'm getting into part in a role, which is going to help my acting career and helps me pay my bills. I saw no issue with that, but you got upset with it as somebody that had nothing to do with the creation of it. You just simply looked at it and you are offended. But I'm in the same community as you, and I have no issue with it.
Somebody got to do like the Michael Myers skit where he's like, first of all, I kill equally. I respect them
Right.
as human being. I murder everybody. I'm offended by the fact that you would say that I would. Yeah,
Well, he
'cause-
don't even talk, so it would really just be a post of him standing there with the mask on, looking at the camera with a T-shirt that says "I hate everyone equally."
yeah, I feel like if we talking about like the fucking fake death of people, then yeah, like this is equality, man. He's like, I don't judge. He didn't walk in there and go, gay.
He just
I would never muddy my blade with gay. He's like equal opportunity, motherfucker, because I respect y'all.
You in
as
my
human
house.
I respect y'all as human beings. You die by the blade, man. This blade is equal. This is an equal blade. I kill everybody. Grannies, dogs.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
actually, animals, everything. Did Peter get mad when he was killing animals? No. Well, they might have, but they wasn't raising a big uproar like this. Granted, social media has changed, but it's still just foolishness. Did you see along those lines some of the post about some black people being upset that the TV show You does not have black representation in it?
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry, y'all give a fuck.
And somebody on Twitter was like, bruh, we're talking about somebody that is literally a stalker / murderer. And you mad because they know black people? Like, no, let all the white people get killed. Why do you need to be included in this? I don't want to be included in this. This doesn't represent me positively at all. But that's the same type of mindset. We want to be victims so bad.
Yeah,
just
like
in today's society. Like
I'm cool with like shit. It's not even, you don't have to include me in y'all shit. Like just the fact that there's space open for our own things. I have no interest in us being part of like You. And I don't dislike the show. Like I think the show, like I watched the first, like I got through a good portion of the first season, but I had stopped. So I'll probably go back to it whenever I feel like it. But it's not a bad show. But if I'm thinking about include us in this particular story where a nigga is murdering his ass off, I don't want to be the victim. And I don't want to promote like, yes, love each other through complete psychotic fuck. Bitch, go to hell. Y'all can have that shit.
this lily white town don't have no black people and they getting murdered and I'm gonna be upset about it. No, as long as you ain't bringing your ass to Compton, I don't give a damn. Leprechaun bought his goofy ass to the hood and was killing motherfuckers. Michael's doing us a service by staying over there. I can appreciate your service, sir. Do your due diligence and get the mental health support that you need. Now, Mr. Felix Reyes Jr. says in the chat, I I was just about to ask. I thought this was about representation of a marginalized group.
I don't even know no more, my guy. Like I've got like I just it's all this shit is confusing. Here's the thing, like the characters is just fucking killers and murderers. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Also, go listen to We Don't Make the Rules pod on the TGN Sports Network. But like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to make this as educated and fucking like, poignant thought.
Why?
But nigga,
Why
what
would
the
you
fuck?
Why would you want to try and justify
Because
lunacy?
I'm now fucking just looking at us like, don't nobody get like, nigga, fuck you. Like, it's cool. It's not a bad show, but nigga, who gives a fuck about getting included in you? Like, what battles y'all be fighting? Niggas just be swinging at everything but the shit that matters, dog. Like,
I was
shut
more
your ass
upset.
up.
Like, I would be more upset that like this white man keep kidnapping and murdering people and don't nobody suspect a thing. He don't get caught. Ain't nobody tripping. I would be more upset at that than the fact that there ain't no black folk. Like that speaks more to white privilege than not having black people in town in the show. Like,
shit, I didn't even get racially on the show. When I heard that him and the girl like make it make sense, I was like, this is gonna create some weird, disgusting levels of like relationship shit. Like obviously still joking, but also just like, you can, not that everybody's gonna go out and murder, but like you just are gonna like love through terrible shit. Nah, nigga, that's a walk away, boy. Like, so like, yeah, no, that's not okay. Like even like it's like actually I didn't even gonna make the conversation about this, but fuck it, like when all these you things, part of that is joking wise, but part of it is like y'all be liking this obsessive shit in relationships, not to the fucking obsessive murder things, but this is sort of speaking in my opinion, this is kind of flirting with y'all desire to want
murder.
Yeah, no, y'all want
obsessive relationships.
Oh,
I love you so much. I can't nobody else have you.
Oh shit, that's the part. I just talk about how he always is obsessive over her. Everything he does is revolves around her. And I see a lot of women post shit memes about, he's out murdering. You could text back. I'm like, nah, this is flirting with motherfuckers, me isms, and that ain't really how the love shit work. Like
wanting to be included in shit that you don't need to be included in.
Man, y'all niggas is weird. Just like, and not the cool weird.
No.
Y'all be in the stupid shit. Like, I'm a fucking weirdo, man, and y'all just be not fucking with the cool weird shit.
So
what if is out, man? It's Vision Ultron is a thing with, and you niggas out here. Shut up.
I mean, they should have finished it by now.
Watch it again.
Watch C.
We got anime Star Wars. What kind of fucking world is Hayden Christensen's coming back? I'm all over the place, but yeah.
You had a real moment of excitement right there.
Because I thought about that shit the other day. I know like people hate him as Darth Vader or as Anakin because he is kind of like it's like watching paint dry at some points, but it's cool. But what I'm saying is you niggas in like the stupidest shit. I just feel like
much. There's play parties going on. Like there's kink parties out there that you can go to and really enjoy yourself. Those types of weird are cool. Like go do that.
Yeah, it's just there.
That's more inclusive of everybody. Like we all are together. Let's go enjoy those things. But like complaining that I can just say I love C. C is a wonderful show. I ain't really seen no niggas on there other than the one black man that's repopulating the earth because he can see, so he dropping off black babies all around.
And Alfre Woodard, who's
remarkable.
Look, if you're an acting person or in an entertainment, I don't know who. Obviously, she's established now. She probably don't even need no fucking agent, but like. Whoever does helps her with her business, and goddamn Giancarlo Esposito, I don't give a whoever, even if whoever's that's their only client, them motherfuckers keep a bag, like they keep, and I don't mean like paid, and I don't mean no bullshit. That is some blockbuster shit,
absolutely.
And Giancarlo's what was that fucking the shit about the meth? He was the bad guy in there. He got Star Wars money. He's in something else, and he's in this new video. He's in the new Far Cry. That motherfucker's amazing.
He was the original Rock to a degree, like racially ambiguous.
That's true.
Like he crawled so Rock could run.
That's true. Even though, and you know what?
But at least he will claim different aspects of himself. Rock just now started claiming like
Well, yeah, see, like, and then like, but his roles too, like, he came up in the fucking like Spike Lee era, so he just was like, I'm fucking with mine. Like, I've been in like mad Spike Lee joints. Like, Rock was like, I think the last time Rock was a black man in GI Joe. He was a black man for
Was he
14.
black in G.I.
He was in Black Neighborhood. And he had black daughters. Like that was the one time I remember not having racially ambiguous daughters.
I mean, I can remember like the recent parts of his career. So at this point in stage in his career, he's full blown Samoan.
Yeah.
Polynesian. Like
Yep.
he embraces it because he has the ability to, because he's producing some of this shit as well, so he can do that. Thank you, Zay, for Breaking Bad. That's what I was trying to think. I keep saying
Real nigga
bad
shit.
something. I was gonna say bad something, but before that, he was mixed of white and black. All his roles were white and black. Everything is just I'm mixed biracial, but it's not even the right races that you actually are. It's just like my light-skinned black daddy and my white mama made me.
And I'm walking tall and I got a stick and I'm fucking.
I have a 2x4, not a stick. It's a difference. A 2x4 that like has a baseball bat handle at the bottom.
Yeah, he like shaved it down. It was
like, nigga, just you're playing cricket. That's essentially what it is. Like you made your own cricket paddle.
That was that film was one of the films that I registered like this nigga's a star because he makes me give a fuck about this podunk bullshit ass town. Man, burn that motherfucker. Nigga like we want to open the mill. Niggas was dying in the mill. 10 niggas a week. Just fucking lost fingers, arms, and shit. Like, shut up.
I want to shut down the casino ran by the crooked white man. That's a problem within itself.
He was up like it. That was when I was like, we just gonna believe this because I'm like this half-breed boy in this hick town. Listen here, judge, throw this nigga in jail. Right. Like they'd have been like, hey man, shut your black ass the fuck up.
Your daddy is the one black man in town. You are half of that. And you think that you gonna come here in this little white hick town and tell us what the fuck we gonna do with a bunch of hillbilly? You know these niggas is racist.
That'd be really fucking me up with movies like that. Cause I'm like, bro, that his daddy would have been a suck ass nigga to be fucking a white woman in that town in the fucking 60s and shit. And be like, no
choice. If you in that type of environment, when it comes to black women, what you got to choose from?
I ain't going
Pickings is slim.
I never understood. I'm not going in that environment because if it's like, come on, man, if like you gonna be poor here, nigga, I'm gonna go be poor in Louisiana then shit. It's booties out there, man. Like, I'm not finna be poor and fucking miserable in podunk like Montana. Nigga, send me down here to Florida somewhere in these sweaty ass sticks.
I mean, if he running from something, witness protection, whatever,
shit,
like
catch me. I'm not finna be up here. Like, you're not finna have me in like rural Kentucky with a bunch of white women, nigga. Send me to jail.
So you rather be in a neighborhood? What's the name of that movie that T.I. was in? I was in Louisiana where he was supposed to be the drug kingpin with the birthmark on his face.
Nigga, send me to Pine on the Bluff. I want to go to the Bluffs before I go to fucking. Welcome to fuck that nigga. Send me to where they at. I don't want no part of that, man.
Whatever ward you got, I don't care what state.
Hell yeah,
what it's called ward. Something ward, I want to go there. Send me there.
I don't want to go nowhere that don't got a Martin Luther King Boulevard. Fuck that. That's terrible. Like, this is the great monument to General Lee. Nah, I'm out. Who? General? Nah, I don't want it.
There's so much shit that's named after racist white people that we don't know about. Like, we can't even get mad at it because we don't know. It's kind of like the shit with Rikers Island. We ain't never known. Now, granted, ain't nobody trying to go to Rikers. That's not really trying, but it is very symbolic of like, oh, this is some old school slave owner type shit, and this nigga owns a jail.
See,
that's hidden in plain sight.
That'd be the thing too. It don't even be like, oh, this is a person with a checkered past. This was a dead ass super villain level motherfucker. This, like, you be like, hey, let's look at that. Like, okay, let's even talk about Columbus. You look at this nigga's rap sheet. I remember there was this fucking movie as a kid, and they had Christopher Columbus, and it was voiced by God, I can't remember this dude's name, but he was a big voice in cartoons back in the day, like chubby white dude. I want to say his name had something like a Don in it. Don. blah blah blah. I'll look it up and maybe post it later. But he did a lot of cool voices. A lot of those movies that weren't even like Disney movies, they were just like those really good cartoon films and shit, like Fievel. I think he did the cat dude in Fievel.
Nice.
Random thoughts, people. Anyways, like I remember this film being a fucking Christopher, and he was goofy, and he was like, I found the Americas, and it was blah blah blah. And you get on this like, hey, nigga, rapes and like, do you know how sick you got to be? Like, my level of violence has stopped at punch face, knockout, cool. You do you know how much time it takes to cut through bone in fucking 1450 set? Like, this nigga was disgusting. Like, we got they found they found the place. Yo, you really think that one, like, even if they did, even if he can't struck out to find him, even if that was his real, it wasn't. If you're fucking somehow some complete idiot that don't, he didn't. But if he really was like, I'm gonna go find America, finding America does not absolve you of waking up on Thursday after you figured out America's what it was, and you go, let's cut all these bitches left titties off because it's fucking like Tuesday. Nigga, go to hell. Like, go to hell. Don't go to, like, go straight to the bottomest part next to Satan. You got to pull up right next to blood. Like,
he was marketed to children as being a innovator, a trailblazer
of torture.
Right. You think about it, even sticking with cartoon movies, El Dorado, The Journey to El Dorado. Some Spaniards coming to the Aztec areas trying to steal some shit. We singing and dancing and sliding down tree branches and riding on right.
El Dorado.
We having a great old time, but you're basically talking about the Spanish Inquisition, or people like Spanish Inquisition, people coming to the Western world to steal riches. Nigga, we're not talking about how you was killing people on the way. Now, granted, they were sacrificing people, but it wasn't as brutal as what y'all was doing. But we doing this in the name of gold. We don't even give a fuck about the person. We just want to find the gold. We're gonna do everything we can to find the gold. But Disney gonna make you sing about that shit.
That shit's fucking nasty. Like, I mean, even then, like, shit, man, Apocalypto was making sense. It was gross, but it was.
How many of them actually saw Apocalypto though? It was a good movie. But
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they got to the business as a people, and that was fucked up. And you cutting out hearts is nasty, but it still ain't. Here's the thing, that still ain't them. You niggas, at least they was doing it like God said. They was just showing up like, I want to fillet bitches, and then that's crazy, man. Like,
they said God told them to too. They said Jesus was telling them.
They was lying though. They didn't believe it. They just knew that God, like, they just was like, oh, God is the play. Like, fuck that. Also, I mean, shout out to El Dorado though, because like Shell was thick as fuck. Like, just, I know what the fuck y'all nigga, like, cartoons be damn. Her and the motherfucking word to Doja Cat get 2 points, man, because her and the chick from fucking Atlantis, thick. I never liked the fact in Atlantis that bro got to bag that. Like, Milo,
corny white dude.
Ain't no fucking way Milo was tapping. Like, that's thousands of, that's like old ancient ass. That's ain't no way, boy.
Why did John Smith get Pocahontas?
Racism. That was rape. Like, yeah, I remember I read the books. Like,
that Pocahontas teller just around the river bend. It was a white man to come save me.
And ain't no way. Like, John was up there, like, take down thine frock. And oh boy, yeah, he was killing it. That was a stupid movie too. Ain't no way like John was killing it better than bro. Ain't no way.
She decided to stay with John because he had syphilis and herpes, and she was just like, fuck it, I might as well just stay with him because
John to this day can't paint with the colors of the wind. Like, somebody swinging dick. Like, you can't paint no colors with the wind. Shit, hell no.
These are narratives that we should actually be upset about culturally for us. Like, we've been conditioned to believe that the white savior is going to do this, and we're going to overlook all the dastardly things that were done to these people because of this silly thing that they're trying to minimize and make fun. And then you have a situation like the Michael Myers, and it's like, that has absolutely nothing to do with what you're trying to turn it into, but we're going to blow that up. We're not going to blow up the stuff that needs to be blown up. We're not going to shine a light on the things that need light shine on them, but we're going to highlight the stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're trying to create.
Yeah, this shit, motherfuckers, just, that's, to me, feels like you don't have no like real concrete goal. Like, you just are fucking throwing shit because I just want to be mad at something, because that's just not.
That reminds me like the episode of Boondocks when they were talking about whatever little award show that they were having to make fun of like the Source Awards and BET Awards. It was just like,
I'm mad.
you basically like if you want to piss black people off, just throw a chair and it'll piss off any type of black person. And you, I'm mad, and just start fight. Like that's how some of this shit is. Like it's just random as hell. It has no target. It has no aim. It has no purpose. We're just doing this just for the sake of, you know what? I was high, and I thought that what if Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed the two gay niggas in the movie?
That's just whack. Niggas mad about not being in.
You right. You got a point. Michael Myers is homophobic. And he's a white male too.
How do you not? How does that conversation now? What's wrong with y'all? That's why people are not. I don't feel like people are laughing and having a positive time because a conversation like that sounds like some funny shit I would say as a joke. And as soon as somebody goes, he really is, shut the fuck up. How are you? What are you talking about? How do you not know the balance between the two? Y'all out here, look, if Michael Myers, fuck that. If y'all mad about Michael Myers doing his job of murdering the community, because he's a fucking murderer. That's what he show up to the fucking town hall meetings. I kill you niggas, rebuild and shit. I bring the population down. It's a government conspiracy. Now that shit's funny. Put that in the movie, pussy. Speaking of Disney, you know what? And shout out to the women, because there was a group of women who like really went hard for this back in the day. But we don't talk about that enough. How the fuck come she couldn't just have a black husband? Like, why did she gotta have a racially ambiguous? That bothered me the whole film. Everybody black as fuck, you know. Are you ready? And then it's like, Diana, like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, what the fuck? Can't just be like, you know what? Princess and the Frog is really like every fucking commercial on TV. It just got to be some, like, it's almost a law against having some goddamn like
thing. This ain't nothing new.
And two black people just can't fuck on TV.
Nope, not at all.
Somebody called Shonda Rhimes. Is that her that made the fucking Grey's Anatomy? Because she like it just niggas on black people fucking other black people
black on black
is a crime. That shit cannot apparently happen on television.
Even if you from the hood, you know, the dream is to be like Eve, right? Find you a nice rich white man that'll absolve you of your sins.
And you know what? I think this now that's the agenda of making black people, black women and black men just socially conditioned to fucking concede to subpar white folks because they don't need to be following the rules, dog. Like when we used to watch fucking watch the Parkers, if a nigga pull up with a Stevie, it's like, okay, it makes sense. Like, cause that thing was thangin'. We be on these fucking shows and it'd be like, nigga, you wouldn't talk to her. Like you would not. Like, and then like the
out
fucking
of desperation you would, or out of conditioned mindset. You think about like if you go into different cultures. If you go on certain college campuses, you go to an Ivy League school or a top whatever school, you'll see some beautiful foreign woman that's settling for some regular ass white dude. Why? Because that's what's been conditioned in her mind to think like, in order to assimilate into this culture, this is what you do. You bring home a nice white man or you bring home somebody that's the same culture as us. Nobody else.
I know what it is. The NFL be on what on like it's a whole thing about the networks that the NFL come on so that the players don't feel bad about the motherfucking sixes they settled for freshman year that you're getting access to the millions. Them niggas rich now, and it's like, wow, she's really beautiful, and it's like, yeah, but you settled for Heather because she said hello.
Yeah, I'm a superstar athlete from a whatever town, and I went to this really, really big, super white school. Of course, like black people represent 2% on campus, and I'm going to be bombarded with all kinds of Helens and Kellys and all types of that other stuff. So yeah, but who's promoting you? Like, yo, ma, you ain't talk to your mom on the weekend, and she'd be like, hey, just be single, my nigga. Just focus on lifting, and when you get to the NFL, then you'll have more picking. But I like Amber, ma. Like, hey, like your mama didn't tell you, like, hey.
Yeah, that'd be my thing. Why didn't nobody go like, no, you don't, bro? Like, I get it, they throw in the booty ass, but like, you realize like once this trajectory hits, like the world is out there.
Most
like,
definitely.
Stop.
Like if Future didn't fuck up, where would Russell Wilson be right now? Would he still be with the white woman he was just so in love with when he got drafted?
What was that? Who was that mom that like, nah, not my son. Like,
just no, this ain't your moment, ma'am. Get your ass out the way. I mean, you got RG3, he's still hanging on.
This was, but you hear him talk. Like he he liked that. Like he like, you know, with respect to his skill, but he wanted them people. Cause I just be like, when you go home, dog, like I be having all the gripes in the world about our relationship shit, but it's like when it's good, it's just like, what the fuck you be talking to her about, my nigga? Like,
They got some things in common, especially if I went to this school for 4 years. I've been acclimated into this area's culture. Same for RG3. No matter where he came from, you spent 4 or 5 years in Baylor, Texas.
to me, just sound like you just settled to be a sucker ass nigga.
To
You
them,
just-
it's not a sucker. I found my life's partner.
I mean, look,
Do we say the same thing about black women that marry white men?
I for 100%. Hell yeah, I'm firing off at all y'all, nigga. I die on this sword by myself. I'm like Blade, like niggas, they're gonna win. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna take as many as you motherfuckers. You niggas are weird, and I'm good to be like that because I give enough space to like the ones that fell in love and love is love, and you just I fuck with her. This ain't about y'all, but y'all motherfuckers be knowing. You know how this is my own personal test in life. When I'm out and about, and I be just seeing like, you know, couples, and they're just like the ones that just fuck with each other. And you might have like, say, if y'all just sitting in line, like, yeah, we've been waiting here, blah, blah, blah. They cool. But the niggas, they clock you 20 paces before you clock them, and they looking, don't look at me weird, nigga. You made that choice. This how I know you made that choice off of bullshit. Because the niggas who love, nobody gives a shit. When you really into your part and I just fuck with her or I fuck with him, but you always see like it be the black girls and the black dudes be looking at you like waiting for the judgment. It's like, nah, nigga, you did that. That's for you and God. And them weird little fuckers you made, because you know your kid is a weirdo. Because like your partner didn't tell them about like it ain't even just like black shit. They just your kid, you sitting there biting your fucking tongue because your kid came back and said, "Oh, lives matter, Dad," and you like, but you did that. You did that. You chose that, my nigga. Like that's your fault. You didn't get you an Amber who ready to fucking throw the family away. You're a fucking racist, pop. Yeah, fucking yeah, lock her down. I would never tell you not. Like what fucking she said that at the family function, she set the Confederate shit on fire. Nah, nigga, fuck that. She a real one. She can give her a plate. Courtney up here fucking arguing with you is that what they really mean? You should know. You knew then to leave that bitch, but you didn't. She was asking stupid fucking questions because 2 + 2 been 4 forever. And this bitch walked up to you and tried to tell you it was 3. Fuck you.
But how many people really understand that? Like at its depths, because you say like 2 people that actually fuck with each other.
Nobody.
In my mind, because I had a talk with one of my clients in session about it this week, as far as like our expectations. It's based around expectations, helping her understand how to, release a little bit of those because they're unhealthy for her. But a lot of our expectations are conditions.
Mm-hmm.
They're not free mindset. So if I'm approaching this person, like I expect this person to meet these expectations for me in a relationship, and this person checks all the boxes, but you don't realize that those expectations are not your true expectations. Those are your conditioned mindsets that have been instilled in you in an unhealthy way. So they match with you, but they match with the insecure, unhealthy aspects of you, and you think that it's a perfect match.
Boom. I can let's do some fucking boom.
Yep.
So this week, shout out to Northern Louisiana, Shreveport in this motherfucker, Shreveport to Monroe, everybody up along that line, the Gremlin, big motherfucking North Louisiana vibes. So this week in Shreveport, I guess over this past month, there's been just fucking fights. Like, fuck you, dog, puss ass, fuck, boy. Like, kids been fighting, beating each other up. It's crazy. So, a father got a bunch of fathers, I think they call themselves dads on duty.
39 other fathers. It's 40 of them total.
They take shifts because at first, like, they take shifts weekly. They're there as nothing more than just to keep sanity in the school. They're there to kind of check the kids, and they're there to give them dad jokes and peace. They're behavior modification. That's really what the fuck they are. They're BIs in school. If you've ever been in any type of behavior modification, they are basically behavior interventionists. They should pay them in, but that's beside the point. But they interview the kids and stuff, and the kids are saying things like dads have a look and their presence is needed, and the things they say and the things they teach us and the things they talk to us about, they have the structure and they have this and they have that. And saw a lot of likes and I saw a lot of this. Now, what you're saying about these relationship standards and relationship expectations, the way the internet would have it played out, that your man needs to provide and a man needs to blah, blah, blah. All of y'all who post and say those things, Even something that was a post that I saw, and it was a dude saying some shit like a man's only job is to give, and then a woman,
Shut up, nigga.
and a woman's job is to receive, because when she receives, she'll give back, with interest. In my mind, I feel like that's an impossibility, because if love in and of itself, regardless of gender, fucking, you could be a neon toaster oven. It's what's, I don't know, like the paradox or the fucking balance is, that's the risk. You need to be in a giving space, and then it gives back to you. But if you're sitting there waiting for it, if your initial base thing is that you take the love, you cannot give it back with interest, because you don't even know how to give it back selflessly in the first place. That's beside the point. Those type of people, the people that are looking at liking at all these fucking silly things and all these weird boxes that you put relationship in, you would not be able to fully appreciate what those fathers are doing, because you don't judge men outside of the currency of what's in their wallets. Like, you keep people in these boxes, and that's when we say, like, a woman, you'd be like, a woman is the muse, a woman is blah blah blah, but we don't give men the same. There are all these emotional and intangible type fucking currencies and qualities that a man brings, and those 30 not 40 fathers are doing that, and the kids are expressing it. Like, you attribute, I guess, the look to like the mom, but they're like, no, nigga, dads have the look. I feel safe here. They create a space of happiness, of peace. I think more. I'm studying better, all because of their presence. There hasn't been a fight in X amount of months, and blah blah blah. So I said all that to say is there is a strong correlation to me between, if you have the weird consistent expectations and boxes that we were taught, that were built off some just horrendous, that 1950s family horse shit about not giving people enough room to be full beings, pretty much, that your client was going through, then you wouldn't be able to appreciate these fathers, because you'll be looking at them too hard about, well, look at that, that's crazy that a man does. It's not crazy. That's what the fuck men do. You need to start judging men on a bigger scale. People. It's
I
not
had
even just
similar
that's not women.
conversations with a couple friends this week, and we've touched on it here on the show, as far as like women not being as safe spaces that they think they are, and even the same thing for us as men, like us not knowing our worth, because we just minimize ourselves based on what we may be chasing in women, or whatever the concept is. But it's like, at what point, for Black people, I can't speak for all communities, but for Black folks and brown folks, at what point in time do we stop? This is how we supposed to be, and this is what we are, and we approach each other with these unhealthy narratives, and actually pay attention to what's in front of us. At what point in time do we snap back into reality and say, like, that's not 100% true? That's maybe 2%. Why are we looking at that as if it's 98%? That doesn't make sense. This over here is what actually works. This over here is what's actually going on. This is the realness right here. Why are we upset about the little shit that's insignificant, as opposed to highlighting the stuff that's actually doing the real work? At what point in time do we get rid of the conditioned mindsets that we believe and snap back into something that's actually true?
I think you kind of run it the same way that we discuss on here about running just like general Black shit. Is like, if I hate that niggas have ruined the fucking Matrix analogies, because you niggas, a lot of you niggas are corny. But if you have unlocked that fucking level, like, you understand things, and you just kind of have to. I'll leave the door open. I'll leave it unlocked, but I can't always go back and grab. If you're in a dating space, if you're, I feel like dating is a bit of a, the quest for love in and of itself is a gauntlet. That's what it is. So I don't want to be hurt. Shut up. Like, your views on it are you hurting yourself. So you go in, you fuck with this person, you have the conversations, you try. If the wall is hit, then it's like, okay, I've given the lesson, but I might not necessarily be required to make you pick the book up. Like, I put the book here though. Like, I understand that this is viewed this way. This is how this works. If you coming to me and saying that, like, you need to do this, this, and this, my nigga, then that's on me to just go, this might not be it. I understand that love does this thing. So maybe you and me are meant for each other later on. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you hold that, champ, because I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Like, learning the difference. I think those who know have to learn the difference between abandoning something and then it just, you've outgrown. I know people like are using these terms as ways to sidestep their own growth, but if you really are being honest, you really are being accountable, you really are being, okay, this is no longer a positive space for growth, then you just go home. Like it ain't fuck you, bitch. It's see you later, maybe. I don't know.
I would say part of that is we need to. Like, I know you can say, like, I can leave the door open, but I can't force everybody through. But to a degree, these dads that are going to this school, one school,
Mhm.
40 dads going to this one school in the same community, they're going back to, hey, I'm not here to push you through the door, but I'm here to watch you. You better walk your ass through that goddamn door.
For those kids, yes, but I would say if I'm looking at it for the perception of how we view men, there's plenty that are still going to go from their relationships and take that example and still run with whatever the fuck they saw on Instagram. And those fathers aren't required to drag them along. It's like, hey, the door is open over here to look at this another way. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing in my life as being a different version or the most, the most authentic and proper and positive version of men or women or relationships. Now, if you choose to turn your motherfucking ass around and go, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, it ain't my requirement to go put the neon sign. Are you? Because at this point now, you really just got to turn around. You're choosing to look that way. That ain't my problem.
I'm glad you hinted at the social media aspect. Because, say, for this group of dads, they're probably a little, I'll say maybe 5 more years. They're somewhere in the 40, 45-ish, maybe 50-year-old range.
Mhm.
They're not as enthralled with social media as, say, the younger generations are. The fathers in our age range and down, they're actively using social media. Would you say that social media is a problem when it comes to getting away from these narratives and these mindsets?
Hell yeah. Because it just I know we spoke about that a couple episodes ago as we kind of wind this down. But social media will, it works for this. I know I look at it a lot more because of, you know, keep abreast, but it hyper focuses you on, the shit you click a lot. So if you clicking a lot of relationship shit, you'll be thinking that, man, this shit just popped in my space. It fucking fell in. Nah, man, the algorithm did that. Negativity is out there. Like you have to be like actively going. If you look at my feed, it's mad. It ain't even Buddha ass. It's comic shit, spiritual shit, psychology shit, fun things that make me think, things that make me happy, because people don't pay attention that you're going to search for some of this bullshit. It's crazy. This just popped up. No, it didn't just pop up. You are a shitty, you got shitty vibes, my nigga. Like all that stupid shit y'all be saying. You are the negative shit in your life. You are doing it to yourself. So yeah, social media, it's like what was that movie? If anybody's ever watched The Devil's Advocate, I like movies where like the devil is depicted as just, I'm on your shoulder. I didn't make you make the choice.
Right.
I influence at best, but you did that. And people don't take into account like, nigga, this isn't that bad of a situation. You did that. It's not blind optimism. It's like, did you die? No. So you have the opportunity to make this shit better. So
I just gave you an opportunity to make a choice and you chose accordingly. It has nothing to do with blaming me. So the devil ain't busy. It's really you. You busy. You are distracted in the wrong area.
Devil got the chillest job on earth, man. I'm minding my business.
I just told you can go that direction. I didn't say you had to. I didn't tell you to. But that's something that people need to pay attention to. You are going to manifest your reality based on where your attention is going. So if you are sitting here super upset about 2 gay men getting killed in a murder horror flick, then I guess that's the reality that you're going to manifest for yourself. That I have to be upset about things that are completely fiction and aren't supposed to make sense and have no underlying meaning to them. But whatever. Other than that, speaking of keeping abreast, make sure you guys go support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Anything that's pink, support it. The month is coming to a close, so shout out to any woman that has struggled with breast cancer, is struggling with breast cancer. Support those women, support those people. Shout out to all of them. Breast cancer people. Buy some pink shit.
That's it, man. Go listen to some lmao, Mango. It's a lot about selfless love. That's what the fuck it is, man. I'm not going back and forth with y'all. You motherfuckers and takers. Stop it. Later.